Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. Hi, how you doing?
Hello there.
Anyway, my name's Orpheus. I will be your guide today through the wonderful Blade and Sorcery Murder Festival. And today, I wanted to talk about something that's really kind of been bothering me lately, and that is the human language has completely devolved, and I think it might be going even worse. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. I hope you're doing well wherever you are today, whether it is day or night, as long as you're coming here to hang out with me. We are in survival mode here in the arena, and that's the arena of pain, and what we're going to talk about today really hurts my brain, so I guess that's optimal. Anyway, so 3 weapons come out. One, I choose one. My brain is so messed up today. Anyway, I choose one. I wreck everything that comes out the doors. You know, you've seen this before. Anyway, so let's see. Either I choose the stick, the bigger stick, or the blunt sword. God, that's I think I'll go with the blunt sword. This is just gonna hurt them really bad. I don't even know how I'm gonna do the first traditional slow motion kill of the day. Let's get that out of the way here. We'll go ultra slow-mo again, because this thing I think is gonna need a little extra help for some oomph here. So, and sleep. Let's speed it back up. 3, 2, 1. Bah! Field goal. Anyway, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. Okay, so if you're on social media a lot, or you have friends or family members, and I'm, obviously addressing basically everybody in the world, if you're someone who decides to communicate in some way in a written form, and no, I'm not talking about like writing things down. We'll get to that in a second. There's a worrying little statistic that comes along with that. Anyway, so if you're someone who communicates a lot through text or through emails or on X or on, Facebook or whatever, you probably have started to notice that the English language, or language in general, the human language, civilization, has started to get a little brief. It started to get a little bit less actual language, and it's turning into things like memes. So when I put a meme up on the screen, and it's something that I'm talking about, and I say, hey, that's really, really stupid. Insert meme here. Okay. or something like, oh, I love dad jokes, and I'm going to always tell dad jokes on here. Whoa, I tell some horrible dad joke, and immediately you're thinking, bruh. Right, okay. So, it's stuff like that. The human language has devolved into stuff like that. It has also devolved into emojis, right? Emojis are something that we all have access to on just about everything. Now, I gotta remind you, I'm of the age where I was around before emojis. Okay? I know, that sounds really strange. Yes, we had smiley faces, but we didn't consider them emojis. It was just a smiley face. Have a nice day was just a thing. You seen Forrest Gump? Okay. Have a nice day was just a thing that we had that was just, a smiley face. You'd wear a little pin or a button or something that had a smiley face on it, and everyone knew that you were kind of a person that was, generally happy, or or you'd wear it ironically because you were a jerk or something, and you'd go ahead and have that around. But today, emojis have become like the language. It's become so. I think part of the problem here is that there's no real emotion that's attached to. Oh, not you. There's no real emotion that's attached to text these days. So people don't understand when you're being sarcastic, or when you're actually upset, or when you're doing something that's, you want to be heartfelt about something. Now, we have to punctuate. What the hell was that? We have to punctuate our language. You missed. We got to punctuate our language by ending up with an emoji, or putting an emoji in the middle of a sentence or a phrase. Which what that does is it's supposed to convey the emotion that we have going along with it. And so therefore, emoji, right? Have you ever had Have you ever had a conversation with someone through text or something, and you think that they're upset, and they think you're upset about something, and it's because you didn't use an emoji? Like, you're upset about something, and you didn't use a crying emoji, so your friend thinks that you're joking, and now you're upset. Has that ever happened to you? Well, I think it's because we're so reliant on sharing our actual emotion through an emoji, strangely enough. I think we're so obsessed with doing that we're starting to devolve. We're starting to get to the... What am I banging this thing on? Is there someone stuck on this? What is happening? There we go. It was vibrating on my controller. Was just going, yes, you're holding it. Anyway, so I think the human language is devolving. This is something I talked about a while ago when I don't remember what the subscriber special was. I think it was like 300 or 100 or so. Anyway, when I had kind of a podcast of an article that I wrote a while ago, a long time ago, and it was about how the human race is kind of devolving in terms of like we're augmenting our brains with technology, okay? So you no longer have to remember what grandma looked like because, well, you've got grandma on your iCloud. So that's all you do. You just remember that's what grandma looks like because it's on my iCloud feed. Oh, perfect. Well, so with the human language, in terms of devolving, we're starting to lose the ability to express ourselves in words in such a way that we're able to convey the feeling, the emotion, the intent behind those. We're just holding. We've started to lose the ability to correctly convey emotions through our words, and so we've started to insert stuff like memes and emojis and sound clips, sound bites. Yeah, sound bites, big thing. I can play a couple of different sound effects on a video, and oh my gosh, there are some places that use it way too much. I know that they're trying to keep people's attention. I know people have a short attention span, but that's a little ridiculous. Back in the day on radio, when I was in the radio industry, like sound effects were the thing, right? Soundboards, you guys know what a soundboard is. It's a little thing on the web that has a bunch of buttons on it. And it's got, let's say it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger one. So it's like, good morning, how are you? Well, first they get to know you, And what people would do is they'd make prank phone calls. And they would use those soundboards in order to interact with people at like companies or customer service places, gas stations, stuff like that. And it would just be hilarious. But that was just like kind of an augmentation of humor, right? It wasn't the way that we were communicating. So if someone uses a sound during a video, they're using it like as punctuation, like as an exclamation point, or like they're using it as an adjective. And instead of saying what they want to say, they insert, "Whoa, my God!" Right? Okay. Oh my God! Yeah, that one. So that's what's kind of happening too. We're devolving into sounds. It's also devolving in terms of acronyms. Now, I've seen this is getting out of control, I think, with acronyms, because if you're not like plugged into it, you could get kind of confused. Like things like IKR and FAFO and what is it? IKIW. It's if you know, you know. Told you my brain was a little bit out of it today. I think you'll get a little bit of grab. Boop. One more. Boop. Oh my gosh. Wow, she's really gone. Anyway, so we're starting to get into the point where we're losing the ability to communicate with each other effectively. Now, here's the absolutely stunning statistic that I read the other day. That is approximately 40% of younger people these days don't really know how to write English, right? Not correctly. Now, they don't teach cursive anymore in most schools. Cursive is that flowy version of English. I know you've seen it. If you don't already know what it is, I'm sorry, the school system has failed you because we used to learn cursive. It was a thing that was important because we had to, learn how to write English in several different ways. Block lettering, cursive, things like that. It's even lower for cursive. It's like, well, it's even higher for cursive. It's like something ridiculous. Like 70% of kids these days do not know how to write cursive, and it's half that they don't teach it in most places, and the other half that they're never exposed to it anymore by anybody except for grandma, and so they they hand their birthday card to their parents and say, "What is grandma trying to say here? I can't read this." You don't know how many times I've seen that lately. It's getting silly. Like people go, I don't understand what this means. Or someone who hand writes something, like on a birthday card or something, people can't tell if it's sarcasm anymore. Because, again, people feel the need to put a smiley face next to what they're saying now. And I've seen people that are using sad faces and excited faces. They're starting to actually write the emojis. And it's just, I think it's getting a little ridiculous. So what can we do? What can we do in order to solve this? Well, it's simple, but it's not. So, if you are someone that uses a lot of emojis, or a lot of memes, or a lot of GIFs, oh my god, GIFs, or GIFs, however you want to say it, look, those have been around a very long time, maybe longer than you think, but they're starting to be used, like I said, for the other stuff, as a form of communication. It's especially rampant on social media. There's someone that'll make a statement or a comment or an opinion or something, and everyone will just, in the replies, have a bunch of GIFs. So, I'm guilty of this myself on social media. I often reply to things with GIFs, and it's, you've all seen the ones. It's the laughing one with Ray Liotta in Goodfellas. It's the, cartoons and everything. Everyone kind of knows their own GIFs that are attached to memes, but those also express an opinion, don't they? So if you think something is funny, you put a laughing GIF. If you think something is ridiculous because someone thinks that it's true and it's not, or something like that, you put that GIF as an ironic statement, right? So what can we do? Like I said, I think it's really simple, but at the same time, it's a very complicated way to do things, and that is this. If you are someone that if you rely a lot on emojis in order to get your intent of your writing across, try writing a little bit more. Use less emojis and convey your emotions through speaking, or not speaking, you know what I'm saying, through typing. Like if you're upset about something, say you're upset about something. Don't make it a cryptic statement like, "Oh, I wish today was an awesome day," and then have a crying emoji after it. It's like, okay, are you woeful? Are you baleful? Are you being nostalgic? But all you did was include an emoji next to it, and so we got yes, because not even emojis can save some of that stuff once in a while. So write more. Use more of the English language to actually type out your emotions, what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Don't leave it at just a 5-word phrase that you think to you is brilliant and expresses everything, and then is punctuated by an emoji in order to solidify it. Don't do that as much. Try using more of the language that you know. Use the vocabulary that you've learned and use it to express. What is going on here? Use it to express yourself in a good manner, right? Think of yourself as a news person trying to talk to somebody about something, in terms of what you want to get across as the message. Because only then will we start to cut down on this stuff. The difficult part is, it's so simple because it's such a simple solution, right? The difficult thing is, people are using this form of communication more and more. And I'm afraid, I'm so afraid that by the time we're all a little bit older, let's say the 2040s or something, I hope the language hasn't devolved completely into little grunts and and emojis, and no one really talks anymore. They just kind of blip up an emoji on their tablet and show it to somebody or whatever. I hope we don't devolve to that. And hey, with your help, we can prevent that from happening in the future. Haha. So, write more. Express your emotions more through. Ooh, nice. Express your emotions more through words, not emojis, not gifs, not memes. Go ahead and express yourself with the part of you that likes to speak. Type things like you talk. Anyway, that's my little blurb for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made you think a little bit about like the way that you express yourself with your friends, your family, coworkers. I just hope that it doesn't get to the point. What is going on here? What is going on here? This is what happens when you kill Thor and he still has a charge left on his ability. Anyway, so I hope it makes you think a little bit more. Maybe you can pass that on to some people you know as well and kind of start to spread the revolution of using words. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we will see you in the next one here on Orpheus Plays. Be good, do good, and treat yourself well because you absolutely deserve it. And we'll see you next time. And yeah, that's about it. Bye!